In this session, we'll start with the Z transform properties. Objective of today's session is to study and derive Z transform properties. The first property we'll see in this session is differentiation in frequency domain. Let me see, if you differentiate in frequency domain, what is its effect in the time domain. Now let us consider xn is the signal, that is the sequence, that is dt signal you can say, or dt sequence. Its Z transform is represented as xz with ROC is equals to R. Then this property says that the Z transform of n into xn is nothing but minus z dz d by dz of xz. That means if you differentiate in the frequency domain xz, so its effect will be nothing but it will be multiplied, the original signal xn will be multiplied by n in the time domain. Let us prove this property. The definition of Z transform xz is equals to summation n is equals to minus infinity to plus infinity x of n z raised to minus n. Let it be equation number 1. Now we'll differentiate equation 1 on both sides. Differentiating equation number 1. So d by dz with respect to z. With respect to z. So d by dz of xz, this is the LHS. So summation n is equals to minus infinity to plus infinity, right? As this xn is not related to z directly, so we'll just move the differentiation, that is d by dz of z raised to minus n. So xn is not related to z as we are differentiating with respect to z. So this is LHS and this is RHS. So that is equals to summation n is equals to minus infinity to plus infinity x of n, original signal. So differentiation of z raised to minus n, that is equals to minus n into z raised to minus n minus 1, right? So we'll write like this. So minus sign and this z raised to minus 1. So minus z raised to minus 1 I am taking outside. N is equals to minus infinity to plus infinity. So minus sign is taken outside. So I am writing n into xn. So what is the remaining term? Z raised to minus 1 already taken outside. So z raised to minus n. Okay. So this is the term. And the left hand side, that is equals to d by dz of xz. So z raised to minus 1. So you can write 1 by z and move this 1 by z to this side. Okay. So what is going to happen? So one more step I will write, that is d by dz of xz. This will be written as minus 1 by z into what is this? This is nothing but the Z transform of n into xn. So minus 1 by z into Z transform of n into x of n. So minus sign and this z is moved to this side. So what is remaining? Z transform of n into x of n, that is equals to z is shifted to this side and minus sign is also shifted to this side. So minus z d by dz of xz. So Z transform of n into x of n is equals to its differentiation in the frequency domain. So this is the property of differentiation in frequency domain, or in other way, multiplication in time is nothing but the differentiation of Z transform in the frequency domain. So this is the first property. Then next property we'll study, that is time reversal property. So time reversal property. So what this property says, just see, xn is the signal, suppose for example its z transform is represented by xz with ROC is equals to R. Then x of minus n, that is if the signal is reversed in time, then its z transform, this property, time reversal property means n, that is the time index. So if this is reversed, so if positive is made negative, then it will be represented as, that is x of n, its z transform, that is equals to x of z raised to minus 1, or that is equals to x of 1 by z, and its ROC is equals to 1 by R. Very, very important. Okay, just we'll see that property. How can we write? So z transform of x of n, so that is equals to summation n is equals to minus infinity to plus infinity x of n into z raised to minus n, that is equation number 1. Now we'll replace this x of n with x of minus 1. So z transform of x of minus n, that is equals to summation n is equals to minus infinity to plus infinity x of minus n into z raised to minus n. Let it be equation number 2. Then we'll do certain adjustment. Let m is equals to minus n, or you can say minus n is equals to m. If n is equals to minus infinity, then m becomes plus infinity naturally. And when n is equals to plus infinity, so m becomes minus infinity. So minus n is going to be replaced with m. So we'll do this, that is equals to summation. So m is equals to, so minus infinity to plus infinity or plus infinity to minus infinity. So no change basically. M is equals to minus infinity to plus infinity. X of minus n is going to be replaced with m, and this minus n is going to be replaced with m, because m is equals to minus n. So I can write this summation m is equals to minus infinity to plus infinity x of m into z raised to minus 1 raised to minus m. That's all. So this is equals to what? Z transform of x z raised to minus 1. So this is, that is, this indicate, that is z transform of x of minus n, that is equals to x of z raised to minus 1. So we can write z transform of x of minus n, that is equals to x of z raised to minus 1, that is equals to x of 1 by z. Naturally, ROC of x of z is equals to R. So ROC of 1 by z, that will become ROC is equals to what? 1 by R. So this property is proved. ROC is equals to 1 by R, and x, z transform of x of minus n is equals to x of 1 by z. Okay, thank you.